Hello viewers, today is the 19th of September 2023. Just a quick update. Haven't really done a whole lot lately, but I just wanted to do a quick update. My plan today is to remove the pulleys from the alternator and the water pump. Both the water pump, the alternator and the starter will eventually all be replaced. I don't think any of them are usable. I know the starter and the water pump for sure, and I wouldn't trust the alternator. So I'm just going to take off the pulleys because they're the 2-belt V pulleys that I need. Most alternators aren't going to come with that new, or water pumps for that matter. And did a little house cleaning yesterday in the shed and some parts cleaning. All right, so I just soaked the nut there with some liquid wrench. I think it's going to come loose pretty easy. It's a 15/16 nut to go on there with my impact socket and my impact gun. And I'm going to hold this like I saw in the videos I was watching, and that should be all it takes to make it come loose. So we'll see how that goes. My understanding is that this is a standard 55 amp alternator, nothing unusual about it. And I've also heard that you really shouldn't put a higher amp alternator on your car unless you really know what you're doing. So I'll stick with the 55 amp alternator. It's worked fine all these years for this car. What I really like about these old wiring harnesses is they're kind of idiot proof. All you got to do, because the way this is set up, you can only put this on a certain way, which means you'll get it on the correct terminals without really trying too hard. So I think that's a really nice setup that Ford has for that. I'm sure other manufacturers do the same thing, but I always thought that was kind of cool. There was also a keeper right here to keep this nice and neat, keep it against the alternator and all that. That's kind of torn up. I don't know if I'm going to try and salvage that or not. That's not a big deal, but anyways, that alternator is ready to go in the scrap pile. Get a replacement. Pretty standard alternator. So after I took this little piece off down here that goes onto the wiring and hold it against the alternator, apparently it's just tape that wraps around this. This piece is apparently complete, so I guess I will keep it after all, just to keep things neat and tidy, to keep the wiring nice and tidy against the alternator when I get my new alternator and put it all together. So I've put my parts in the parts washer for cleaning, and someday in the future we'll put all this back together with a new alternator. All right, I was working on a couple things in the shed here the other day when I got interrupted. I did find that I actually found a new water pump and a new power steering pump for a reasonable amount of money from somebody fairly local. I'm gonna pick it up tomorrow. It already has the pulley on it. In fact, most of the ones I found online already had the pulley, but just for exercise purposes, I'm gonna pull this one off anyway, because I also saw someone had this pulley for sale. So maybe I'll be able to sell it to somebody that might need it someday, I don't know. But I was disappointed to find out that the bumper at CT Auto Ranch in Texas has a hole in it, so I declined to buy it, and I can't find one that I can afford right now. So now my car has no rear bumper. I hate to think I might have to put the original one back on, but I might have to. We'll see. And I also found on OfferUp a 67 Lincoln sedan somebody had for sale 3 months ago, had a rebuilt engine in it, and I thought, oh man, maybe I wish I'd seen that before I bought mine. Maybe I should have bought that instead. But this is always an adventure. So anyway, I'm going to use my puller that I bought at I rented, but I don't know if I'm going to keep it or not, but from Advanced Auto Parts to pull that thing off, just because I did it. I might as well go through the exercise. I soaked it with liquid wrench for a few days, so we'll go ahead and finish that up and then clean this up and move on to the next step, whatever that might be. All right, I've got my puller set up. It's a brand new puller, never been out of the box. I had a heck of a time trying to set this up with all these bolts and everything, get it all oriented correctly. You know how I am with my spatial orientation. So anyway, my little mosquito thing there works really well. All right, now I'm just gonna hopefully just tighten this this screw in the middle and just gonna pull the pulley right off, theoretically. I have no idea if it's actually gonna work or not. Let's find out. It should, but I don't know if it will or not. Oh, well, so much for that. Let's take another bite at this. Good morning. It is now the 25th of September. I'm just doing short little snips right now because I'm not really doing that much, but I did I want to share a couple of things today. I'm going to switch this around now. I found on eBay a couple of items that I couldn't pass up. One of them is this very nice rebuilt power steering pump and a very nice looking water pump. I don't know if it's new or rebuilt. Could be either one, probably rebuilt, but it's in very nice condition. And I got them locally from a person in Maryland. He was listing them on eBay, and the prices were better than average, so that's why I went ahead and bought them. And of course, I'd already bought a rebuild kit from Mark II Enterprises for the power steering pump, but I'm going to hang on to it because it has parts in it that this pump does not have, such as new mounting pads and also the filter and the O-ring for the filter reservoir. So I'm going to hang on to it for that, even though that makes it a bit pricey for just those parts, but that way I don't pay the restocking fee and all that. But he also included as a bonus a high pressure line here for the pump, which was nice. That did not cost me extra. And even nicer, he sent me, or he gave me, I went and picked this up in person, a very nice looking 6-way power seat switch. I didn't really need it, but he just threw it in there anyway. He's working on his own restoration, and he didn't need it. So he gave it to me, which I thought was very nice. I don't remember if I mentioned it, but the place, CTC Auto Ranch in Texas, that was going to send me a rear bumper for my car, discovered the bumper had a hole in it, so I declined it. So now I'm searching for another one. Found a place in Arizona, don't remember the name of it right now, so I've got an inquiry in with them to see about getting one from them, see if they have one. And the other thing I'm going to try this morning real quick, it's kind of misty outside, so I don't really want to do much work outside, but I do want to see if I can rub this paint off of this bumper end piece here. So I got a couple things to try that with at Walmart a couple days ago. I've never used this product before. I have used rubbing compound before. I'm going to start with that since that's easy to use and see how that might look. Hopefully that'll come right off. We'll find out. Hello, it is the 30th of September 2023. Just a quick update. I'm going to wrap up all the little snippets I've done over the past week or two and just upload it. I haven't been able to get a lot of time all together so I can do something big, but I have a couple little announcements or improvements. That's not the right word either. Anyway, the thing I wanted to do was try some rubbing compound on this little end piece on the driver's side right here, because there was quite a bit of red stuff there from something it had rubbed against before. I wanted to make sure it would mostly rub out, which it did, because I still have the old one from the first bumper. I still have it in the shed, but I'm going to keep it now. I don't need to put it on here, so I was hoping to avoid doing that, and I did. So the other thing that I got today, which is kind of exciting, in this little pallet here from CTC Auto Ranch in Denton, Texas, I think they are, came some more parts that I had bought, body parts. I haven't even uncrated it yet. I'm almost afraid to, because they did such a nice job of crating it up with the straps and everything. It's great for storage, because I won't be having these put on for a while. But this part here is the right front fender, the whole thing on top and on the side as well, because my car, it's all bad. There's also a header panel hidden in here somewhere. Don't know where it is exactly. That's probably it right there. I don't know. And there's also a left taillight assembly hidden in there, as well as that bracket that I've been waiting for so long to finish that front bumper so I can put it on and finish bolting it on there. So that front clip, or that front panel I was talking about, that's in that crate I just showed you. This whole piece here, it was cut somewhere around here off the donor car, and it was also cut on this side so they could make it easier to ship. It would have been nice if this had all come as one piece, but a competent body shop in the future is going to be able to reassemble that and weld it back together and all that. And the other part is this whole top section here and this whole side fender. So that's all in that box I just showed you. But it might be quite a while before it ever actually gets on the car, because that's going to be expensive, and I probably need to get it running first before I do that part. So I lost out on a motor too. I ran into somebody on eBay that I bought the water pump and the power steering pump from, and they were having their 66 Lincoln convertible redone with a Coyote engine and something completely different. And I asked them, well, what happened to the 462? So he said he didn't know, so he checked with the shop, and it turns out they got rid of it. I don't know if they junked it, sold it, or what, but I told him, man, that's too bad, because those motors are getting hard to come by. But anyway, I guess you win some, you lose some. I think that's really about it. I did some cleaning of parts, and there's all my stash of everything that's been cleaned and just sitting there in storage. And these were the alternator parts that I took off the other day. Pulley and everything, I cleaned it, now they're in a bag. And that's really about it for now. I'm still trying to find a replacement rear bumper. I did find a place in Arizona. I forget what they're called right now, DVP Auto or something like that. I don't know, but they may have one. I'm still waiting to hear back from them. I am getting the left rear door from that place though, so that door is going to be replaced. I've talked about that in past videos. And that's it for this update for now. When I uncrate this, if I can't wait, it'll be like Christmas, I'm sure. I can't wait to leave it like that, even though I probably should, but I may wait till I have the rear bumper, since the taillight assembly is in there somewhere as well, or if I have time to finish the front bumper, I'll uncrate it then. But for now, I just wanted to wrap this up, get the video uploaded. Talk to you later.